Hey guys, so I was doing my live stream and it stopped after 32 minutes. So what I'm going to do is bring you the Sandman intel and the summary intel. It's Sunday morning, 10:21. It'll be older intel or whatever. It won't be refreshed today. There's not a lot, but everybody thinks it could happen this weekend. So keep your prayers up there. I started a fast earlier in the month. The first, second, and third to fast and pray this thing in, the Iraqi Dinar revaluation, because a lot of us have been waiting a while. God told me it was done a little over a year ago, but that was so I could prepare you all with the strategies. So if you need a ninja strategy, it's just a safe way. It's God's way of teaching you how to navigate this process so you don't get caught up in things. There's a lot of things you could get caught up in. I'm just saying. So let's start with the Mr. Sandman intel. I went over this on my live. I was about 12 minutes in. You can go watch that, but it did end abruptly around 32 minutes, so I can't do anything about that. So it just happens. It happens sometimes, guys, so I hope you still get benefit from it. God gave me a word for you this morning, and it's there. So this is a summary intel video. I'll try to do it as quick as possible if I can get this information up. I'm having problems with my internet, it seems like. So they talked about the 4 successful measures that contributed to the stability of the inflation index. Guys, that was a great article. I went in detail on my live. I'll put the link down to the live. I read that in detail. It's basically they're just managing their country extremely well right now. And they're experiencing inflation of 3.7% and 3.6. It's even gone down where the world is not. Because why? Because they've got a good prime minister. And then this article was about the USD exchange rate declined in Baghdad and Erbil. And I don't want to get you messed up with the details, but guys, they're doing a lot of good things to stabilize everything so that Iraq can prosper again, which means an exchange in the exchange rate eventually for those of us who are invested. So here then the Iraqi PM met with... he met with the UK ambassador too. But this is where he discussed, here, I'll pull up this article. I read this on my chat, but it's worthy to go over. It says the Prime Minister, Shia al-Sudani, affirmed on Sunday that the Iraqi forces are committed to maintaining security and stability throughout the country. He received the United Kingdom's ambassador to Iraq, Stephen Charles Hitchin, during the meeting. They discussed the overall bilateral relations and highlighted areas for further development that serve the mutual interest of both nations. The discussions covered the developments in Gaza and the ongoing aggression. It said al-Sudani reiterated the necessity for major countries to take a stance against the aggression and to play a responsible role within the international community in order to prevent serious violations and clear breaches of international law in the occupied territories. He emphasized that the Iraqi security forces are committed to preserving security and stability throughout Iraq against all threats and challenges. And on the other hand, the British ambassador reaffirmed his government's commitment to cooperation with Iraq to find solutions to the crisis and prevent its escalation into further parts of the Middle East. So guys, these leaders met together. They are talking good sense and stability, and I like it. And that's why I focus on what's going on with Iraq, because I've been invested in it. So if you're invested in the Iraqi dinar, please subscribe and tap below. And it's a good thing to focus on. It gets your mind off the other stuff that you can't change. So focus on what you can change, right? So that's my stance. And so I hope you'll join me on the family where we talk truth, facts, and optimism. And we stay out of crazy theories that never come true. Okay, that's kind of how I am, how I roll. So I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell. And I give you this. I'm the only one who does the summaries by myself without some kind of AI assistance, right? I'm a real human. I think we need to... I don't have anything against AI. I think it could be used good, but we also still need the human element, right? Which is my mind, my financial mind, helping you understand this. So this was Newshound guru Claire. She works with Frank 26. She talked about there was intensive meetings between in Abu Dhabi between a delegation from the Central Bank of Iraq and the American side responsible for foreign transfer operations to cover imports, indicating that the negotiations culminated in a number of decisions and mechanisms that contribute to facilitating procedures regarding external transfers through the foreign currency sales window. Guys, they're not going to come out and say that they're revaluing it, but they need to. That's what, to escalate to the World Trade Organization, that a lot of us are watching that. So this is a good time for this. I hope you like this summary. Please comment down below if you like the quick summaries because you still work for a living. The 7th Ambassadors Conference, this is Mark C., confirms the increase in Iraq's effectiveness regionally and internationally. Leaders from different regions got together to talk about their progress. This was especially fruitful conference in Iraq. I talked about that a couple days ago. I'm glad he picked up on it. Again, that's because of Sandman's influence with me. He helps me all the time. He brings me intel that other people don't have yet. Pimpy said, I believe the dinar is going to go up in value in such a way that it's going to create a bunch of millionaires. Pimpy, love you, dude. Militiaman, it says at the moment we're at 1310. If you drop 3 zeros, you have a number. The dinar at 1,000, drop 3 zeros. What are you at? You're at 1 to 1. Hey, I'd take 1 to 1. Would you? Comment down below. Would you take 1 to 1 if it increased to a dollar? That's the project to delete the zeros off the exchange rate, not the currency, the exchange rate. Amen. Thank you, Militiaman, for making it simple and sweet. Frank26, he had a question. What do you think the rate will be? Frank said, in my opinion, a restatement of 322 to a cap of 425. Great information, Frank. I'm glad you included that. Guru Nader from the Mideast, I can't wait to see what's going on if they're going to bring the dollar to 1,000 or less. I agree. Intel Guru Walking Stick, he's with Frank. It said the economic reform is blossoming because the monetary reform was a success. It is due to the security and stability that Sudani and Iraq have created for the reform, which I just gave you even more information that just happened this weekend. So I'm glad you're here. Please subscribe and tap the bell. This was Militiaman. He was talking, this was yesterday. It is for Iraq's ongoing preparation for the World Trade Organization Ascension, which I think I said that. It said they are in it to the end now. They are in a place where they can have accession at any time that they check the boxes that are checked. They are not waiting on any distant time frame. It's all a part of the process that they have to go through and completion stage they are in. Just note, post assistance for Iraq and for all other, and for after accession is a key indicator that they are in the completion phase. It's just so good, guys. And then Frank 26 said when Sudani went over to the United States Treasury at the UN, he told them they'll do a couple more things. He said, fine, I'll do it. He went back. He did it in less than 24 hours because it was simple. But the purpose for him going there was to deliver the new exchange rate that they are going to release. Guys, it's done. Do you see this? Do you see the writing on the wall that it's done? And then Intel Guru Mark Z, he said the earliest we expected things was Friday evening. The most probable time is Saturday, but there is nothing wrong yet. Iraq is embracing alternative currencies like the Indian rupee, the Chinese yuan, euro, etc. Many interesting things happening in Iraq that points to international currency. This means a new rate. And then Pimpy said, well, we're not going to talk about Pimpy because he already said he sees it's going to make a bunch of new millionaires, right? So it doesn't matter. And then I think that's enough for the summary today. That's an 8-minute summary. What do you think? You got Sandman, you got everybody else, and it's Sunday. What do you think? Comment down below. If you like this, please subscribe, tap the bell. Just reward me. It's free to subscribe and tap the bell. It's really free. And then you can catch one of our coffee and conversations if you want to. If you're a Christian, you should, because I deal with the word, and God gave me a prophetic gift for this. And Jesus Christ showed up in my Jeep on February 22nd of 2000. So he called me to this and to everything I've done in the last 23 years since he showed up on my Jeep. I look forward to seeing you on another one. Bye, guys. God bless. May the peace of Christ rule in your life. Amen.